is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy D Dyson. A little under the weather, but checked out Black Panther Wakanda Forever last night, me and the wife, and phenomenal movie. Phenomenal movie, phenomenal film. I think that this is arguably the second best superhero movie this year. Probably ranks in my top 5 movies of this year. But I really loved how Ryan was able to pull this off. Very emotional. I thought it was going to be emotional. I didn't cry. I thought I was going to really like boo-hoo, and I thought that I was going to really be, I was emotional, don't get me wrong. I was really emotional, but I was just kind of like, not going to cry. Especially in the beginning. Like in the beginning when they did the Marvel sign, you know how like the Marvel intro comes on, but it was all Chadwick Boseman. I was like, man, here we go. Here we go. We're already starting. It was like a moment of silence. You just saw, you know, I was like, man, it's really overwhelming. You know, like, man, he's really gone. And he was a staple of this franchise of Black Panther. And I liked how they started off with the funeral and basically mirrored what happened to him in real life and how it happened to T'Challa. Basically, he had an illness that he didn't tell anybody and he died. And we all know that what happened with Chadwick Boseman, which he had colon cancer since like 2016, and even through the first Black Panther, he was dealing with it and not telling anyone. So I sit there and tell myself, I love that part where it mirrored reality. And you can tell with the actors in here, it really affected them. Like you can tell with their emotions when they talk about T'Challa, it really affects them. And second, kudos to Angela Bassett. Seasoned vet actress, legend, carried that movie. You know, first half of it, really carried it. And just really, like, I'm going to take charge of it. And I was like, oh my gosh, you deserve every flower there is to give. Every flower that is to give. Because that also had me emotional where she was talking to Okoye and was like, you lost Shuri. She went off. Like that was the first time like you seen her go off. Like that powerful thing, like I've lost have I not given everything? And I was like, she went off. I was like, man, delivered. And she was like, man, I stood by y'all when Killmonger took the throne. We had to flee. Like I stood by it. Like she went off. And I was telling myself, I'm like, I understand, you know. And what hurt, another emotional part, what hurt is when she passed. That was so unexpected. So unexpected. I was like, whoa. I almost cried because I'm just like, that's really, because you can hear them saying Queen Mother and Mother, please. I'm like, bruh, that's hurtful. That's hurtful. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is so hurtful. Just from the Dora Milaje, from Shuri, like, it's hurtful to Nakia. Like, it's hurtful. You know, especially, you really wasn't expecting that. Like, you really wasn't. As far as M'Baku, I wish he had more. I like the comedy relief that he presented. Like when he bald-headed demon. But I wish they showed him and the Jabari tribe their might, like how strong they are. He only had like a couple of things where he flung it, and you all saw in the trailer. But I was like, I wish that they showed his might. Like, although he's from the Jabari tribe where he don't need none of the superhero strength, he's already strong. But I'm like, it'll be cool just to give him superhero strength. Like, just give him that. Like, give it to him. Just in case, you know, everybody else falls, he can still hold on. Like, he can still save Wakanda. Like, and Like I said, I really enjoyed him. I wish he had more, and I wish that he would have fought Namora or Tuma, how you ever say his name. I wish that he would have really fought them, like really, really head up, like let's go. Because for Okoye to go against Tuma, like especially in that bridge scene, I was like, man, my palms got to sweating. Palms are sweating. I was like, I don't know what, because I was thinking, I wanted her to fight Namora, because I'm like, as Namora, she looks like she's formidable, because she's the one ordering Atuma, like, hey, go fight her, go kill them. Like, I'm like, yeah, go fight the chick. She like, she a dog with it. But, Atuma's more like, man, I'm a warrior. I'm going to go against a warrior. Let's get it. Understood that part. As far as, I love the cameos with Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, bringing Killmonger back, because I tell myself you can bring him back in certain aspects, but to leave out his vengeful side. I was kind of upset that Shuri didn't tell anybody, especially Nakia, that she saw Killmonger. I was really hoping she told somebody that she saw Killmonger, like Killmonger is in her, especially because she was like, I want to burn the world, just like he said it. So I was hoping that they resurrect him in some kind of way and take away his vengefulness and have him be part of Black Panther again. Now, as far as how the movie goes, and Namor, the Submariner, or Namor, Tenoch Huerta played Namor really, really well. Menacing, compassionate, sovereign. Like, he loves his people. He loves he has to be a protector, just like Black Panther. So I understood his plight, and even his quick backstory of how he came to be, because they also had the Wakandan leaf, and they drunk it, and he was a baby, so it made him a mutant. I wish they expound upon how he find out that he's a mutant. Like, how'd he know? Although he's like hundreds of years old, 1,000 years old, I want that to explore more of that. And sitting there telling myself how he was, I was like, this dude is he's really, really good. I don't call him a super villain. I just call him like a more of an anti-hero, because he has his own causes, and played that to perfection. I loved how they mirrored Aztecan and Mayan tradition and culture, the Kukulkan, and I love that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said I came out the movie telling myself I can't wait to see where they're going to put him in the MCU coming forward. Like, how is he going to go against Kang? Although I feel like Shuri ripped off one of his wings on his feet, does it grow back? I don't know. So that's why I was telling myself, I'm like, I can't wait to see what we're going to go with that. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the last scene of the movie of them fighting on the ship, I thought it would have been a little bit more. I was just telling myself, I'm like, I wanted more of how they were going to fight them, but I got the plot. It was really science involved. Like, man, he gets more power when he's wet, and I understood that. But for what it was worth, it didn't feel like a 2 hour and 41 minute movie at all. Like, I was really drawn into what's going on. Action, it was slow parts, but then action, because the slow parts were important to understand the action. And yeah, to me, it was really no slow burns at all in this. And that's why I was telling myself I really, really enjoyed this. Riri Williams, I like the fact that she's at MIT. As you know, Peter Parker and Ned and MJ should be there too, as well as Flash Gordon. So that's why I was telling myself, I'm like, they're all should be in the same spot. And all, with Tony Stark giving out those grants for everyone's project, I was like, okay. And she's 19, so she's a little bit older than them being there. I love the fact that when they were in that garage and one of the police officers was like, oh shit, she got an Iron Man suit. That really made me laugh, because I was like, I loved her original Iron Man suit, that prototype model. It reminded me so much of Iron Man and Tony Stark. But as far as her suit that she made, I was kind of like, what is that? It looks like Metroid. I don't like that. Like a Metroid asteroid suit, you need a better suit, love. Like I want you to have a really way better suit than what that was, fighting. And just to understand how she needs to be in it. But I love her personality. I love that she's unapologetically black, or just that's herself. She's from Chicago, so you're going to get that sassiness, that wittiness, that attitude. You're going to get all of that, and it goes well with her brain power. And I can't wait to see what MCU is going to be doing with her. I see that as they're definitely going to build up a young Avengers, and I think they're going to have to go after a young Kang. To try to stop a young Kang from forming, basically. So the young Avengers may have to team up. As far as just the movie overall, I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed this movie. I could see where people got emotional. Even at the end. Like the end, I didn't get emotional. I found, when Nakia brings out her son as, baby T'Challa, or young T'Challa, because that's, that's her dad, I was like, okay, cool. That's cool. And with Shuri crying on the beach and stuff like that, I was, a Rihanna song playing, I was thinking that we're going to get a montage of Chadwick Boseman just playing Black Panther, the behind the scenes, people chopping it up, why he's I thought we were going to get that. So that I knew that would have choked me up if we would have had a montage of Chadwick Boseman, but we didn't get that. So that's why I didn't cry. I was like, okay. I was more so in the beginning of the movie versus at the end. But I definitely give this a 9 out of 10. Definitely give it a 9 out of 10. I love Val. Finding out that Val and forgot old boy, Martin Freeman's character, that finding out that they're ex-husband and wife, and she's a CIA director. So I'm like, I don't know how she's very secret in that, or she just got that role. And how she's kind of like, yeah, we really want that vibranium over here. So I see Secret Wars and Armor Wars. It's going to be a real fight and a real war over vibranium, because the world wants it, the French want it, a whole bunch of people want it. And knowing that Talokan has it as well, that's going to be a really, really interesting plot to where they're going to get that vibranium from. So, like I said, I love they're going to be having some Wakanda TV shows. I love the Dora Milaje, as he's seen that 2 of them are lovers. So that's why I was like, okay, I love the fact that they're exploring that, and we can have some things in Wakanda, because it's a true country. So you can have the Jabari, go against the River Tribes and stuff like that. So it can have a lot more in depth with what was going on in Wakanda. And my theory of, I know I'm jumping around, my theory of a young T'Challa, I feel like this is probably during the blip, and that when we get back to Wakanda, or we get back another Black Panther, I'm hoping that a young T'Challa at the end, he's like 7 or 8, that it fast forwards to he's like 14, 15, 16, to where he could be part of the Young Avengers. That's just me. But like I said, I'm really excited for Dora Milaje. I would love to see a Jabari tribe and Baku TV series. I would love that, just to see what they do and how they go on, because I just love when they're like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I sit there, I'm like, so in sync, so, you know what I'm saying, advanced into their culture, and they understood that. So that's why I tell myself it's going to be fun. I feel like it's going to be a something where we never seen before, especially on Disney Plus. But like I said, I give this a 9 out of 10, only because, with the last fight, I understood with Shuri and how strong she got, with the Black Panther, but it just really missed that main superhero, supervillain fight, because I feel like that would have been so good to see them really go head to head. But I mean, that's why this is what it is. But 9 out of 10. Could have cut some scenes off a little bit, you know, like just some scenes off, but I love how you can go and just explain the story. That's something I really, really loved. Like, you can explain the story. Everybody is going to sit there for 2 hours and 41 minutes and just to go through Wakanda again because we miss being in Wakanda. I love that. So, you guys enjoyed my review of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Subscribe to my channel, post comment down below, and like the video. It's your boy, D. Dyson. Peace.